Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. So in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about the T-Mobile 5G home internet and the tower modernization that they were actually telling me that I would actually get around this area. So it is actually April 27th. And I've been testing the T-Mobile 5G home internet speeds all day basically, and I haven't actually seen any improvements. Unfortunately, so I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but it definitely seems like they haven't really made any improvements. But like I said, it's only one day. It's considered Sunday now. It's 12:19 a.m. On a Sunday, so I'm gonna give it a couple more days. They might have hit a snag or something. If they are actually doing tower modernization, but I'm actually starting to have my doubts on it. To be honest with you, I'm starting to feel like I was lied to be honest with you. But I'm not gonna jump ship or anything like I've said in my other videos. Because we do get really good download speeds. And like I said, we don't have many other, we don't have many, options in my area, other than Comcast or Xfinity, which is expensive, more expensive than T-Mobile 5G home internet. And the next, thing would be satellite. That's terrible. I've seen that you can only get like 100 on the upload. Not 100 on the upload, on the download. That would be great if I could get 100 on the upload, with this. But the only thing that I actually suffer with this is the upload speed. The upload speed is not that good. But like I've said, I can deal with that. I'm not really that worried about it. Because I know that eventually it'll most likely improve. It might take it a couple of years, until they actually improve it to the point where it's actually like 50 to 100, or something like that, on the upload. The upload, is just terrible, with whatever carrier you have. It doesn't matter what carrier you have. You can have Verizon, you can have AT&T. I know countless people around here that have Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, like myself, for their phone carriers or, internet carriers. And their upload speeds are just terrible. So there's not really anything we can do about it. It doesn't matter what carrier you have. It just seems like this area is just terrible. And notorious for terrible upload speeds. So but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it definitely looks like there's no improvement. I'll actually run some speed tests here and see what we get. But before I start the video, I would like to say, I'm going to start the videos out. From now on, I'm going to start saying this is Josh F151 Tech, instead of this is Josh Farley like I normally did. I'm just going to start using the name of the YouTube channel. From now on, I just think it sounds a lot better, or more, or more professional and stuff. But let's actually get into this video. So it is 12:21 a.m. On a Sunday. There's probably a lot of adults and stuff still up, streaming and using their phones and stuff. Kids are probably, not really up this late, unless they're teenagers or something. But, you have to keep in mind, that it is Sunday. There's probably a lot of people, still up, especially adults and stuff, using their phones and streaming and everything. And my mom's downstairs, you have to realize, that she's using the computer or phone, or tablet or whatever. She was on ShopRite, ordering, food from ShopRite a bit ago, when I was down there. I was, down there with her. But and we also have, security cameras and stuff running 24/7. So you also have to keep that in mind. That's not going to always be 500 to 600 on the download. So you just have to keep that in mind. And like I said, depending on the tower, congestion and stuff like that, the weather, all that kind of stuff can affect it. It's not a wired connection. But let's actually get into the video here. Like I said, like I always like to say, I am using third-party equipment. I'm using a Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway/modem, and that actually has band locking and network mode switching available, and VPN and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. And that's also connected to a waveform 4x4 antenna that's actually up in my attic. It's actually pointing out near an old truck stop, out the attic window up there. So that's where the closest cell tower is. It's not really that far from me. It's literally right down the road. So let's actually open up the speed test app here and see what we get. And I'll run some on the West Norton PA server, and then I'll run some on the Ashburn VA server as well. So that's definitely slower than what we normally get, but still usable, but definitely slower than what we normally get. And it has been doing this recently. It's actually been slower on the download and the upload. And the ping has actually been having, like ping spikes and stuff. So, it's very possible, that they still are working on the network. I'm not going to say, one way or another, until I see an improvement. But, I might not even see an improvement, even if they did work on the network. That's the thing. It's no guarantee that I'll actually see an improvement for my area. But, I would definitely like to, especially on the upload. But, not too bad on that one though. Definitely usable, for just me and my mom and occasionally some people over, family and stuff. My niece, my sister, her boyfriend, family, my aunts and uncles, stuff like that. Friends and stuff. But not bad, 404 for the download, 8.56 for the upload, and only 21 ping. So definitely not bad for the ping on that one. Ping actually did go up some on this one, but nothing to be, concerned about or anything. And it is actually like jumping around there, as you can see. It's like it's acting like it doesn't. It's like going from high to low. And it's been doing that. It's been doing that ever since they told me that they've been doing tower modernization in this area. So I still do think that it has something to do with that. Because it didn't actually used to do that. So on that one, not bad though. 566 for the download, 7.61 for the upload, and only 24 ping. Yeah, there goes another ping spike again. I could tell it was going to because it was taking forever to get the speed test started. So normally when it does that, there's another ping spike that it does. So. And the upload is absolute shit on this one. Might not even make it to 3. Well, it did, but still absolute shit. There's not really any word for it. No other word for it, really. I could definitely say worse, but, I won't for the sake of the video. But 585 on the download on that one. Definitely not bad for the download. Absolute shit for the upload. 3.25. Not happy with that at all. And the ping, absolute shit. Total shit. Actually, 112. So, I eventually do get tired of the inconsistency. Like I've said before, it's still a newer technology, 5G, but, come on. It's 2024. They need to get they need to get this shit right. I'm starting to get tired of it. It's 2024, they need to have, cell technology better. It's past due. It's definitely past due. We should easily, with the setup that I have, in my opinion, I'll be honest, I should be getting over 1,000 for the download. I should be getting I should be getting gigabit speeds with the setup that I have with the waveform 4x4 antenna, facing out the attic window near the closest tower. I should be at least getting, maybe 800 to 900. On the download. That tells me right there, that the tower is just absolute shit, to be honest. It tells me that the tower has not been updated, or upgraded or anything. I'm hoping that they're still going to upgrade it. But I'm thinking now, that I was actually lied to be honest with you guys. I'm actually thinking that I was actually, lied to by the rep with T-Mobile. With the chat from T-Mobile, I really do think that I was lied to. Um, and there's nothing that I can do about that, but that's definitely, not a good thing, to lie to somebody, especially a customer. But I mean, I'll see, I'll definitely be doing some, further speed test videos and stuff. I'll give it a couple of days. But by Monday, if nothing's changed, then I'm definitely, I definitely think that I've been lied to. I just have that bad feeling, that I've been lied to about it now. So, but there's nothing that I can do. I'm just gonna deal with it. Like I said, it's not to the point where it's actually so inconsistent that it's unusable, or anything like that. But like I've said, it's 2024. These cell carriers need to get their shit together. To be honest with you, I hate to say that, but they just need to upgrade stuff. They need to make stuff better. They need to make stuff more reliable. If they're gonna compete, with cable companies and stuff, they've got to at least get it to gigabit speed, like 1,000, at least, or eight, at least around like eight or nine, or something like that, because, for people, that are going to pay for this, I mean, 500 to 600, is good. But sometimes it can be inconsistent still, even with the equipment that I have, which is, in 2024, that this shouldn't be, but it is what it is, like I said, we don't have many options, for internet in this area, we don't have any, many options around here, so I'm just gonna, keep them for now, but, I would have to say, if I don't see an improvement, in the coming years, maybe 2 or 3 years, that I probably would leave them, because if I don't see like 800 or 900 or something like that, or even a gigabit, speed, I'll probably end up leaving them, because I just don't feel like, I'm getting the value, for $40 a month, I really shouldn't say that. I'm getting value when it comes to the download, because we get 500 to 600, which is excellent, when we get those speeds, but sometimes we don't, depending on the time of day, the weather, stuff like that, and it's been inconsistent, somewhat with with the weather and stuff, sometimes I lose 5G signal altogether, and it defaults to 4G signal, which is definitely not as fast. But there's not, many options in this area, when it comes to internet. So that's, basically why I'm staying with them, and they're cheap. So, but the only, downside to it is the inconsistency with the upload speed, really. Like I said, I'm not really too worried about the upload speed, but I would definitely like to see, better upload speeds in 2024. That's just, what, I would like to see, because it's 2024. I mean, technology, evolves pretty fast in 2024. New phones are released, yearly, stuff like that. And 5G just seems to be so spotty in this area, and I'm just so tired of it. In 2024, I know it's only a couple of years old, but they definitely need to start, making this better. They definitely need to start making, 5G better, especially in rural areas like, where we live. But not bad on this one for the download, 519, 4.95 for the upload, and 45 ping. Let me run one more on this server, and then I'll switch over to the Ashburn VA server. Doesn't even look like we're going to get past 400 on this one. Man. That's the inconsistency that I'm talking about. I mean, 500 to 600, and then, it drops back down to 300, 378. I mean, it's 2024. I mean, like I said, that doesn't need to happen. It needs to be consistently 500 to 600, 500 to 600. I mean, it's just not, I mean, like I said, third party equipment and it's doing this. It's not, it's just, it's not unusable, but it aggravates me. It aggravates me, because I'm paying for the service, for one, and then I spent $500 on a Chester Cheetah version 2. And I have the waveform 4x4 antenna that was like around 400 or 450, something like that. And now, their network has been acting up, so it's not good. It's been doing this for a couple of weeks now, that's why I think that they still may be working on the network, or the towers, in this area. It might not be, completed yet. I don't know, it's not like I'm ever going to know, because I feel like I've been lied to. So, but, we'll see, I'll give it a couple more days. Like I said, I'll do some further testing. I'll do, some testing tomorrow on Sunday, and stuff like that, and I'll give it till Monday. But by Monday, if nothing has changed, it just looks like we're going to have to deal with the speeds that we're getting, which aren't bad for the download, but like I said, the upload, is where we really suffer, in the ping sometimes. So, but, usable on this, 378, but not what we normally get. But you also have to keep in mind, that is the weekend, and like I said, there's probably a lot of adults and stuff up right now, streaming and everything, on the weekend and everything, so you have to keep that in mind. And then, 6.44 on the upload and 30 ping. So let me actually switch over to the Ashburn VA server and run some on that. And this one normally gives me higher ping, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, absolute shit for the ping. And the upload speed has actually been slower on this server as well. And normally we don't get these kind of ping spikes and stuff. Normally we don't get this kind of upload speed on this server either. So if you guys, don't believe me or something, you can look back on my other videos, and normally, I would get like 20 to 30 on the upload on this server. So, it still seems to be acting up. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, they could still be doing the tower modernization. They might not have completed it yet. They gave me a roundabout date, with the April 27th, so it's April 28th now. It's only a day after, and it is the weekend. Like I said, so maybe they hit a snag or something and they didn't actually get it finished, or something like that, or maybe they're still working on it. You never know. Like I said, I'm never going to actually know, if I've been lied to or not, unless I see, someday, an increased, with speeds, an increasement with speeds or better reliability, with the signal and stuff. That's about the only way that I'm going to find out. So not bad on this one though for the download, 513, 17.6 for the upload and 116 for the ping, but it's been doing that, the past couple of weeks with the ping, so, and that's absolutely terrible for the ping right there. Oh my god. 169 for the ping. That is absolute shit. I mean, that is absolute shit right there. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely not good. That's about the highest ping that I've actually ever seen on this video, on a video that I've made. So it definitely, yeah, it definitely looks like something's going on, like they're still messing with the network or something, because I've never had, as long as I've had them, I've never had a ping that high, and I've been with them, 2.5, almost 3 years now, and I've never had a ping, that high, 169. I mean, that's absolute shit. That is absolute shit. But, 548 for the download, not bad on that. 16.8 for the upload, definitely, usable, but not, great by any means, or not even good by any means. I would consider that fair. And absolute shit for the ping, like I said, 169, the highest I've ever seen. So, definitely doesn't look like anything's improved. If anything, it's actually gotten worse. So that's definitely not a good thing. That is definitely not a good thing. But like I said, it also could be, that they're still working on the network, so you have to keep that in mind, that it might not even be done yet. So, and if they are working on the network, they told me that I'm going to, see higher ping, I'm going to see, ping spikes. I'm going to see, slower download speeds, sometimes higher download speeds and then lower again. Terrible upload speeds, stuff like that. Why they're working on the network, so it's very possible, that they hit a snag or something. Like I said, with doing the 5G maintenance or the 5G, modernization, it's very possible, like I said, I'm never going to really actually be able to find out, unless I, keep testing it, like I'm going to do, with the speed test every day. So, but we'll see. So not bad for the download on that one, 500 even, 16.8 on the upload, fair for that. And then 102 for the ping. That's absolutely terrible. But, like I said, I still think that they probably are working on something because, I've never had ping that high, 169. I've never, as long as I've had them, I've never had ping that high. So, run a few more on the West Norton PA server here, and then I'll get off of here. I mean, I do hate to curse in these videos, but it is very frustrating, with seeing these speeds in 2024. I mean, it's just frustrating, not the download speed so much, but the upload speeds. I just get so tired of seeing the shit upload speeds. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to jump ship or anything because I wouldn't get anything better, really with Comcast or Xfinity because they would want me to use their equipment, and stuff like that, and I don't want to, throw away my $500 to $800 that I spent, on the T-Mobile, equipment, the T-Mobile 5G home internet equipment. I'm going to give it a couple of years, I'm going to give it a couple more years, to see if they can actually get it better, more reliable, but I definitely don't like being lied to, if they did lie to me about the tower modernization in this area, I wish there was a way that I could find out if they did lie to me or not. But the only way that I can actually find out is if I actually see better improvement, with the speeds and stuff, in the coming days, but they told me April 27th, and it's now April 28th, the next day, so, I haven't seen any improvement, as you guys can see, so, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath on that for sure, so, because I'd be dead, so, but, not bad on this one, though, 528 for the download, 7.41 for the upload, and 27 ping. Run a few more here. I've actually had some viewers tell me that they're also experiencing like slower upload speeds and stuff. So it seems to be like I'm not the only one. So it seems to be like it's a nationwide thing or something because it's been going on for a few weeks now. So it could very well be like a nationwide upgrade. It very well could be. United States, the whole United States or something, is getting an upgrade or something like that. It could be nationwide or something like that. So, you never know, you never really know, what they're going to do from one day to the next. That's the thing. It's not like, they really, reach out and tell people, like tech places like, Android Authority and stuff like that, other, like CNET and stuff like that. Once in a while they'll say, T-Mobile's upgrading their towers and so, and I think Connecticut or something actually got a big upgrade for T-Mobile, for the 5G home internet and stuff. I really wish that they would do that here, but I don't really expect that, because like I said, we live in a rural area. So, there's not really much we can do about it. We have limited options, when it comes to internet. That's why I said, I'm not going to jump ship or anything because we don't have many options. We don't have fiber. We don't have stuff like that. All we have is Comcast or Xfinity, which is expensive, especially to, rent their equipment and stuff like that. I could buy my own equipment, but they tack on taxes, they tack on fees, all that kind of stuff. They try to get you to bundle and they act like you save money and you really don't. Stuff like that. They tell you save money if you get into a contract with them, and stuff like that. And me and my mom, we don't like being in contracts with them and stuff, because they never give you a good enough deal. So, that's definitely a no. And satellite, I looked that up, and it says that we can get Starlink satellite in our area, which would only be like 100 to 200 on the download, which is, we're getting better than that, now with the T-Mobile 5G home internet. Yeah, it has been iffy for the past couple of weeks and stuff, but that's, it's still faster than Starlink, in our area. So, and they charge like $60 or $70 a month. So, that's definitely a no-no for us. So, but on this one, not bad. 496, almost 500 for the download, 4.37 for the upload, and then 29 ping. Let me actually run one more here, and then I'll get off of here. So yeah, there we go with the ping spikes again. That's the thing. That's what makes me feel like something's going on, with the network itself, because I've been getting these ping spikes, particularly at night. It seems like. So, I don't know if it has anything to do with the network monetization. I don't know if it has anything to do with the time of night. What it could be. But that tells me, that something's going on with the network. That's the speeds, are just not reliable, like they normally have been, the past couple of weeks, ever since they've told me they were doing the tower, modernization, excuse me. But, still usable on that one, 400 for the download, 9.40 for the upload, and 109 for the ping. But, like I said, the ping is, has been doing that. It did go back down on this one, so that's good. And it does actually seem to be having like some interference here, like when it first starts, it doesn't actually go like with a straight line, like it normally does. So it's definitely, something's definitely up with it. Just hasn't been acting right, for the past couple of weeks here. So I'm hoping that they're still doing the tower monetization. Like I said, I'm hoping that this is the reason for it. But, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath on that or anything. But, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on it, though. But not bad on this one, still very usable. 442 for the download, 7.61 for the upload, and 35 ping. So the ping did come down. But it is disappointing, guys. Like I said, I hated to be the bearer of bad news, but it doesn't look like anything has really changed. Like I said, it's now April 28th. It's 12:46 a.m. On Sunday, so it's past the day that they told me that the tower modernization was going to be done. And I don't see any improvement. So, but like I said, I'm going to stick with them. I'm not going to jump ship or anything, or anything like that, anytime soon at least. Like I said, we don't have many options in this area. And, I have them for my phone as well. So, we're bundled with them. I save like $10 or $20, a month, since I have a phone with them, and a watch, and stuff like that. So it's definitely the best price for, us. And it's definitely, not bad, I mean, with the ping spikes and stuff, I can handle that. It's not like I game or anything. My mom doesn't game or anything. I don't really do anything hardcore, on my laptop or anything like that. I'm not a gamer, I don't do stuff like that. So it's not really that big of a deal to me. I watch sports and stuff. I stream sports on Kodi with live TV add-ons. And I don't have any problems with that. I don't have any problems or anything with that. Or Pluto TV, stuff like that. other free, streaming services like BTV, stuff like that, TTV, all that, kind of stuff, APKs and stuff like that. YouTube, I don't have any problems with buffering or anything. So, like I said, it works for me and my mom, so I'm going to keep it, I'm hoping that they can, eventually, do upgrades on the towers and stuff, but, unfortunately, it seems like I've been lied to, but I'm not going to actually say, that I have, for certain yet, but it definitely feels that way, unfortunately, but there's not, really anything I can do about it. Like I said, they've been known to do that. They've been, known to tell people, I've seen people say that on Reddit, that they say that all the time. Oh, they're working on the network, they're working on the towers, it'll be back up and running, you'll have faster speeds, all this kind of stuff. And I've heard people on Reddit talk about that, and the Reddit commenters say that you're being lied to, and stuff like that, just so they keep you as a customer, which definitely isn't good. But a lot of cell carriers and stuff do that, but, it's the standard for them, unfortunately, to lie to their customers, unfortunately, but, they get away with it all the time, so there's not really anything you can do about it. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated, like I said, I hope that, those higher ping spikes and stuff, obviously I hope they come down, with the, and get better, upload speeds and just all around better reliability. I hope I get that, in the coming years. If I don't get it in the next couple of days, I hope that I do get it in the coming years. Because like I've said, it is 2024. And, it is still a new technology, like I've said, 5G is still a new technology, but, they definitely need to perfect it better, in my opinion, so, but that's all I got, like I said, I will keep you guys updated on this, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.